Hi again, welcome to another video, and in this video today I'm going to put a new recoil rope in this recoil from a Honda GCV 135, I think this one is, but it's the same process on the 160s and the 190s. So I just took this off an engine that was outside, and I don't know what it's like at all because it just snapped, and you can see the state it's in there. So I'm going to get that old out and put a new piece in. So yeah, I'll get the tools together and get on with it. So to start with, I'm going to actually just pull the old cord out the best I can just to get rid of it. It's not needed. It's just, as you can see, absolute rubbish. Even if it is cord, I don't know. Yeah, there is cord in there. It just, there it is. All the inners sort of come out. So let's get all that out. It does sort of slide around like that. I'll do it on the bench probably. Let's go to that piece there. And we want it so, still going to go around once more. We want it so it's, I think we're there, that knot in there, so we can pull that out. So we want to cut that off. There we go. And get rid of all the old rubbish then. You just snip that at the end. Chuck that in the bin. Pull that around to there, pull that out. And yeah, that's what it had done on this particular one. It pulled all the inner out and that had all pushed together. Just absolute rubbish, no good. So that can go in the bin as well. I'm gonna go with this one. It's a 3.00 millimeter, and I'm gonna put that one in. I could go slightly thicker if I really wanted to, but I think this is fine. I've used this on plenty of these Hondas and it's been fine. So they pull over quite easy really. So what I'm going to use is these quick grips. But before I use them, Irwin, they're made by Irwin quick grips. And what I want to do is wind this in. So you can see it's winding that way and it's starting to get the tension up on the internal spring in there. So I wind that as far as I can wind it. Go in, get in there. Yep, and then I look at where the rope goes through there and there. So I'll drop that back. I don't like having it fully tensioned like that. Now what I'll do, you can on these ones put a screwdriver through there to hold it from springing back. But as I've got these grips, I'm just going to put them grips. And that holds it nice and tight. So I'll just put that there for a second. Now I'm going to get a lighter. I can find one. Yep, there's one. And I've got the end of the rope there, the new rope, and you can see that's slightly frayed. So if I just do that, I'll just do that a little bit and then just start to shape it. I want a little bit of a point on it really, and so it's not shaped. Be careful, if you leave the lighter on too long and you do what I've just done, you will burn your fingers. I've done it. About there. And what I'm going to do, so we don't actually have any wastage, I'm going to pull it off the roll as we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that through there and then try to work through there. We sit. Hope you saw that. We're in there now, so because it's all the grips are on there tight and everything, it's all okay. I just got to put a knot in this. Yeah, just put one knot. I sometimes put two knots, just see how big the hole is. I actually have had on a certain one, I forget what it was, it actually pulled through, but this will be fine with one knot. It'll be quite a big knot anyway. So then I just get a knot just like that, and then I just pull it tight. Probably a little bit more than I need at the end there, but what I do is just, as I pull it in, just tuck it under like so. You can see that's all in there just right. So we've got that tensioned up, we've got the rope in with a knot on the end. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the grips off and let it gradually go in. You don't need to go fast. If you let it go fast, it can go too fast and then start pulling, especially if you haven't got an end on, because I've got this off the roll, so it would come to a stop. But if you actually cut the length you actually wanted, it could pull it all in, and then you'd have to fish it back out again and go through all that hassle. So just let that go in. A bit more off the roll. We're there, the tension isn't on anymore. Now you've got choice. I like to have, I can just show you actually quickly, I like to have the pull handle on top of the engine. I don't like it hooked in on the handlebars, because I like to give it a nice swift pull from down on top of the engine. Some people like it on the handlebars and you've got the little hook on there, and I'll show you one of them actually right now, or an example. Something like that would be bolted in, or sometimes welded on about 3/4 of the way up the handle, and then you just hook your rope in and then you pull it from there up higher. But like I said, my personal preference is have it on top of the engine. So I'm gonna do it like that because this is going to be from Mower. I may use myself. So I'm gonna just get the handle and then we'll put that on. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull that slightly so we've got the tension on it again. I'm just going to put a slight knot in it there, just a loose knot, and then I'll pull that into there. So now I can cut it off of the roll without it pulling in. So I'll just get that cut. I might have a little bit of wastage, a couple of inches or so, but I'm not worried about that. The stuff isn't too expensive for a 100-metre roll, I think. Last time I bought it, I think it was about £13. It might have gone up a bit now, but yeah, so where are we? So now I'm going to just melt that end there again. I might have to do this once more if I need to cut it anymore, but we might be okay. So just do that like I did before. That's fine. So now we can get this handle on. I've just found it in my box of bits. It's actually a Briggs & Stratton one, but it doesn't make any difference. So if I can, well, I'll have to undo that knot, that temporary knot I put on there, and then push that through. These ones are a little bit trickier because you can't see it all the way through on these ones, but it will do the job. Just sort of, as I'm pushing it up, sort of twist it around a little bit. And yes, come around the corner there. Always remembering when you do this, do not let go of the cord because it will suck it right back into there. So if you're in doubt and you're a bit worried, pull the whole cord out further and put a knot on it lower down, and then it can't go in, and then you can just undo that loose knot later on. I didn't have to do that. I'm going to put a double knot on this near the end. That's one. Yeah, but I'll just pull that first knot, so that's really nice and tight. Then get the second one on. We think it's worth putting 2 knots on if there's plenty of room for it to, be hidden, which it will be on this one. So then just feed that into there, and there we have it. That's all good. So yeah, I'm happy with that. If you did want to put it up on the handlebars higher, like I mentioned earlier, just go another couple of foot with the pull cord, because you're going to have it hooked in the handle at the top. So it's probably going to be 18 inches to 20 inches, something like that, above, and then it'll hook in the piece up on top of the handlebars. So then you haven't got to lean over to pull it. But I like to do it off the top of the engine like this. So yeah, that's why I've done it like that. So yeah, that's all done. That's all ready to go back on the mower. and yeah, quite a quick little job. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, hope it's been of some use to you, and yeah, I'll be along with another video again soon. So bye for now.